pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
One down. 188. 54. Mike, 54. Go. Jump, jump. Check 50. Check 50. Check 52. Watch twist. Five down.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Easy. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check 3, 17. 54. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time. But...
yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And some space here. 31 yards there and a 1st down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The 1st down throw for Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day,
now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Jameis to throw it. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Newton, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch out. Let's convert.
This is Jones. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Push him back. 36. Here we go, even.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. Flip. Mike 54.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Ready. Blue ready. Johnny. Mike 54. Coming. Hey, stop. Easy.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Ready. Blue lady. 5-0. 54. Hey, pick it up, defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Don't get nervous.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton able to complete this one to McLeod. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here we go. 180. Check. Walk 54. Set the gun. Set the 8.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4 down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Newton. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the 1st down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Get that ball. Check 43. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Even. Kill.
On first and 10, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
Quick the edge. Come. Check 31. Hey, let's go.
On first down, here's Breida. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 7, Winston. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the 29, Winston. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 27 yards there, a first down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Check. Walk 54. Let's make these babies.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think this
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Newton now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, Newton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing, Winston. That's caught. It's Coleman. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he fires one, but incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun. Check, nickel, to 6. Pull it, now. Check. Lucky. 20.
From the gun, here's Newton. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
3 down. Hey, check. Let's go.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
That's it. Ready. Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move.
From the 50, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 17, Panthers 7.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion. and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. They'll go again to Jones. A big run there by Jones. 56 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Wait. Mike 54. Pick me up. Here we go. Huh? Wait. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. Wait. 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Newton and Olsen here with a connection. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the red zone now, Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, 4 down.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. There to stop him was Carlton Davis. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Go.
Throwing is Newton. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Wait.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's right, baby.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. You got tight right there.
Now Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You must be getting tired.
On 1st down, Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Newton. And he's going to go down again.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. Taking a shot. And got his man complete. They give him a gain of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Pull it together. Easy. He's coming in motion. Hey. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. Hey, stop. Pick it up. Easy. Hey, slam.
Here's Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot.
And Winston lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own. The ball comes out. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football.
Yeah, that's how we do, D.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
It's our time, guys.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
White 25. White 5 forward. Let's go, defense. Our time.
Winston here to throw. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Target. Hey, watch. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. He's got Evans. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Here we go.
One last throw here for Newton. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Buccaneers, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in